play. I'm pressing play right now. I got some stuff to talk about. No, I don't. But I was just telling the boy, okay, the Gayle King situation. We jumping right into it. This is a quick rant. Might be super quick because I don't really care about a lot of stuff. Truthfully, I really don't. Not that I don't care about Kobe and all that. We already talked about that. I really do care about that. And I think it's freaking horrible that that happened to, the boy and, the girl and all of everybody else in the thing. That was freaking horrible. But Gayle King, it made me feel like I don't care about what you have to say. I don't really care about nothing that nobody really have to say when it comes to that. At the end of the day, Kobe was amazing. He was great. The situation happened with the rape allegations back in the day. Yeah, it was horrible. Nobody freaking likes rape. But at the end of the day, like we've all known, the case was thrown out. Why was the case thrown out? Oh, the case was thrown out because the person did not even come forward and talk about it. She didn't even testify. She didn't even say nothing. She accused him and then she didn't even say nothing. Reason why she didn't say nothing, because she was already slutting out there. She had 6 different semens inside of her. You see what I'm saying? So why in the world would Gayle King bring that up? We could talk about the fact that that's a black woman a different time, but why would anybody bring up this man's past allegations? Why would she even bring it up to talk about it with Lisa Leslie, who's another amazing person, another amazing black woman who had nothing bad to say about Kobe? She said, yeah, I've known other basketball players that, probably may have been a little foul, hey, bring this girl over here to me, that kind of stuff. But she said, not Kobe. And then Gayle pressed on. Why would you press on? Why would you continue to say, well, you wouldn't know him like that because he's your friend. He's not going to show you that side. That's basically what she was saying. No, that's okay, he's dead. What are you trying to accomplish right now? What are you trying to accomplish? Anyway, I think that was foul. I really think that was foul. And then we get Snoop Dogg and we get Boosie going in on her. You know what I'm saying? Snoop say, can I call her one? Can I call her one? I don't believe in calling people names, period. I'm not taking nothing that personal. You do something wrong to me, that's on you. That's your problem. That's something you got to deal with at the end of the day. But, other people ain't like me. Other people is not like me. They'll go in on you. You know what I'm saying? I used to be, a person that want to talk mess and do all that or whatever, but really I don't think about nothing to say to nobody till after the fact. I'm I don't really got no bars to come at you. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of bars, I was listening to one of my old mixtapes, the Sober Mixtape series. I had bars for days. I really want No Life Shaq to really react to some of my songs. You know what I'm saying? I think he'd catch some bars. My flow was not up to par in those songs back then, and that was one of my things, but I had the bars, and I had a flow, but it was, I could have been better, but I was 22 back then. Anyway, back to it. Yeah, Snoop went in on her like he's supposed to. That's his friend. So I guess in that sense, if something happened to one of my boys, hey, and you want to go in on them, I might switch up on you. I might go in too, hey, keep my boy's name out of your mouth, for real. Or I really, I will turn back into deranged. That's tattooed. Where the camera? How do I show it on the camera? Oh, you ain't gonna be able to see it, but it's on my arm. That's a microphone and it say deranged in it. That's all you need to know. But yeah, for one of my boys, I'll go in on you. So I feel Snoop going in. Boosie, same thing. You know what I'm saying? He had to do his thing. He had to go in too. But anyway, yeah, I think that was foul. So, that's all I'm really going to say about that at the end of the day. The boy was acquitted. It was over. He continued to be a stand-up person. He was a basketball player. Vaginas being thrown at him. He has no reason to rape nobody. And that's not what it was. It was maybe just a sex situation that, I don't know, maybe it did even get out of hand. Maybe it possibly did get out of hand, but it was consensual is all I'm saying. It was consensual. They had a time. Maybe she forgot about it. Not forgot about it, but maybe she changed her mind about it later on the next day and was like, hey, I shouldn't have did that. I'm going to get him because I feel bad now. That's effed up. Just because you felt good one minute and the next minute in the morning time you changed your mind about it, You don't feel good. That's what happened to Nate Parker with the the dude that made the Slave movie. That's what happened with him. Consensual sex in the morning. The white girl woke up and said she felt bad about it, and then he get accused of rape. That's like me. Spend some game at a girl. We talk all day long. She say she with it, she down, everything. She come through. We don't do nothing wild or crazy. We have regular missionary sex. She leaves, and then the next day, she like, he was ugly. I feel bad because I did it to him. Now he raped me. He manipulated me. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Nothing, like, quit that. That's not the Me Too. That's not the Me Too. The Me Too is a nasty old man or young man, whoever, using power to manipulate and, you know what I'm saying, touch a girl when she don't want to be touched. Use his power to get her to what, to do some things that normally she wouldn't do. And even then, if I had a daughter, she would know not to do nothing like that. She would know. You got to be raised right. You're not going to be like, oh, you want a part in a movie, so you're going to come to a hotel room at 12 o'clock in the morning? So get all of that right. Get all of that right. No, that's not how you get a role. You don't get a role by going to hotel rooms. You don't get a role by going to a hotel room unless you're on the casting couch. Y'all, you know what that is, right? Okay. So anyway, moving on. What else do I want? My son was just telling me about, like the whole, Trump thing and him running for 2020 again. I'm not political. I could really care less. I believe in God. That's pretty much all I got to say about that, like from my perspective. But I'm tired of this situation too, because we all know that man is horrible. We know it. And if you are voting for him, or if you are like, he's this and no, he's bad. He's a bad man. Why can't you just say it? I don't know nothing about politics. I don't know nothing about what he did to kind of help, tax breaks, all that kind of stuff. I don't care. I don't know. I'm not rich enough to care. But he's not the only person that could give somebody a good tax break if you in a certain, range or whatever. He's not. So if that's all you got to say that he could do good, get him out of here. He was horrible. He should have been impeached for real. He should have really been taken out, and he shouldn't be allowed to run again. But he is. So guess what? Go pray. Go to church. That's what you do. But go believe in something higher than yourself to get him out of there. Start the revolution if you need to. I'm going to sit back, do these podcasts. I'm going to get my bi-weekly check, and I'm going to save money, and I'm going to take my son to the movies and stuff like that. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do every, when I get paid. I don't care who the president. And if some of that starts to if any of this starts to threaten, then I'm going to turn into the revolutionary. That's when I'm going to turn into somebody, hey, you messing up my situation right now. You got money, you go do your thing. Go on your vacations. Go out of country. But don't just sit and complain. I don't complain. This ain't my thing. I'm getting paid every 2 weeks. I'm getting to work. I'm going to see my boys. I'm going to hang out with my friends. I'm taking my son out. We eating. You know what I'm saying? He not no threat to me. The only person that could really be a threat to me is God himself. That's it. Anybody else, you don't got nothing to... What can you do to me? You going to talk to me? You're going to come cause physical harm to me? I dare you. So that's not happening, and we don't got nothing else to talk about. It's really nothing else to talk about. I'm not scared of that man. Anyway, so I hit my boys up like, hey, tell me some stuff that I need to talk about, on my podcast. One of my boys, he said, talk about people in Priuses that, are a-holes or jerks on the road. And the truth is, I haven't had this experience enough to really talk about that, but I could tell you the fact that he said that the other day. I'm in my truck, I'm driving, cruising down the street in my... You know what I'm saying? Rolling. And I'm going the speed limit a little bit more than the speed limit. And all of a sudden, I just see these little lights, and it's dark. So I see these little lights. I'm going to work. I get up early to get to work. I see these lights behind me, and it's a little car. I don't know if it was a Prius, but it's the size of a Prius. Little car is behind me, just all on my back. I'm going over 65. And I'm not even in. I'm not in. I'm not in what's the fast. I'm in the fast lane, but I'm not in the carpool lane, the HOV lane. I still. What do HOV stand for? I know Nicki had a song called "I'm in the Hove Lane" and I'm in the Hove Lane. That's what I'm gonna talk to next too. Let me write that on my hand. We gotta talk about Nicki. We definitely gotta talk about Nicki Minaj. I gotta write that down. It's a yellow highlighter, but I'm gonna write it anyway. I'm gonna remember to look at my hand. Anyway, my bad. The microphone moved. It's not clipped on me. I'm just talking that talk from over here. But I'll clip it to me. It's cool. There we go. So it won't move around as much. Is it making a sound? It's picking up everything. Anyway, so yeah, I'm rolling. And I'm like, I'm not speeding up. I'm not going to speed up so I could get a ticket and then you could just drive on by. So this car gets on the side of me finally and then rolls on ahead, speeding up about 80, 90 miles per hour to get by me, and then dips in front of me. And then we all end up in the same traffic, which wasn't even a lot, but we all end up going 10 miles per hour for, about 5-10 minutes. Where was you going? And if it was an emergency, I feel you. Because then you could have just, zip, 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 get on the side. If it's an emergency, I'm riding on the shoulder and getting to where I need to go. And I did that before. That's a whole nother story. I've done that before when I was trying to get somewhere. I'll just tell you, I made it from Antioch, California to Oakland, California in less than 40 minutes. It's a 45-minute, drive, but I did that for an emergency. I was getting somewhere. Anyway, so yeah, I think people in small cars, sometimes I think it's the kind of like, I got to show, it's like the small man complex. You know what I'm saying? It's like they try to, show that I'm big and bad too. Watch me do what I could do. And yeah, small cars is fast, you know what I'm saying? But a big car, if I was to be a jerk and just tap him, he'd be off the road dead somewhere. Or hurt. I don't want to kill nobody. But you see what I'm saying? But anyway, so that's all I'm going to say about that. This quick rant. So next topic, my other boy, he said talk about, what did he say talk about? He said talk about, he didn't say incoherent coworkers. That don't even make sense. He said talk about irrational coworkers, I think is what he said. He said talk about, irrational coworkers. Now, me personally, I don't think I really have any irrational coworkers. Like, I'm cool with my coworkers. Like I said, I'm new to this job. You know what I'm saying? Things happen, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But you can't judge nobody on that. You got to figure stuff out. You the new person. People be having stuff going on, whatever it is, what it is. They doing their thing. So for me, I tried to think of stuff that happened in the past. And, there's definitely been coworkers that have gotten on my nerves. People that I feel like, you're a ridiculous human being, like 100%. Like I said, my ex-manager, like, I'm over the situation, but when he was my manager, he did some stuff. Like, he's the type of person that would, we didn't have to really clock in. You know what I'm saying? Our time system, I'm trying to remember, how did we even record our time? Was it a time? I don't even remember. That's how far gone I am. But at the end of the day, we used to submit something. Now, I used to, be available on my phone, you know what I'm saying, all day. Whatever you need me, I'm there, you know what I'm saying? So it was this one time, he basically never before had asked me about my lunch. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to just take lunch whenever. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't salary, but I used to take my lunch whenever. Hold on. So I used to take my lunch like whenever or whatever. And out of the blue one time, he just hit me with like, where are you at kind of thing. I'm like, I'm at lunch. He's like, oh, when did you leave? When are you coming back? Never did this before. Didn't even really need nothing. But he was just all of a sudden in his feelings real quick and wanted to, check on that. And I'm like, okay, I'll be back. If you need me, like, it's never a thing. Like, I'll just come back. But it was kind of like, why you all of a sudden want to come at me about my lunchtime? it was during between, like 11:45, 12 and 12:45 or 1. So everybody go to lunch. That's the normal time to go to lunch. Everybody know 12 o'clock is lunch. I like to take my lunch early. So I would go like at 11:30. And yeah, sometimes, like I said, sometimes the lunch would extend, but I'm available. If I don't have nothing directly in front of me to do, then yeah, like somebody say, hey, let's go take a walk. Hey, let's go to this store real quick. I need you to come with me, blah, blah, help me with this. Yeah, my lunch might extend a little bit, but that's the type of environment that I worked in. It wasn't out of the ordinary to take, like an extra, little time for your lunch or whatever. That's the type of environment that I worked in. And so why it was irrational is because he's the type of person that would basically complain about stuff like that, but salary or not, he would come in at about 10 or 11 and then leave at like 2. And we supposed to just believe that you still working. How we know you working? You're not showing improving. Ain't nothing extra happening. So how I know you actually working? Oh, anyway, who cares about that? I don't know why I have these headphones on. I just see the other podcasters and stuff like that wear headphones. So I was like, let me put my headphones on real quick. These some nice ones too. I like the design. They sound good. They're really loud. But the thing is, when you play them with music, you can literally hear, like, you could take these off and I think I turned it down. Anyway, you could take them off and you're going to hear the music like it's a little Bluetooth speaker. So like, that's why I don't really use them. Let me see. So that's why I'm wearing the headphones. Anyway, so yeah, irrational coworkers. Like, I'm pretty sure people got irrational coworkers. Like, I'm a coworker. Like I said, a mother one. Like, I farted in my place. I don't think nobody smelt it though, because they don't really be stinking like that. But that's pretty sucks. Like, if you come back in your work area, you smell a fart, and everybody act like they didn't do it. That's why I'm gonna just end that one right there. So next, let's talk about Nicki Minaj's new song. She was beefing with, this is something my brother was telling me. She was beefing with, Meek Mill. They had a run-in in the store. This was a minute ago. But they had a run-in with a store or whatever. And then it picked up again on Twitter. And it was kind of like, it was like they was going back and forth or whatever. And it was talking about, Meek talking about, well, yo, you know what I'm saying? The real reason I left or we broke up was because your brother was a pedophile. And her brother did just get convicted to, I think, 24 years for, like messing with kids or a kid, whatever. That's foul. And, yeah, it's true. Nicki had his back. You know what I'm saying? She stuck with him. But anyway, he basically was like, yeah, that's foul, blah, 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 blah. That's why we really broke up, so quit playing. She was saying some other stuff. I don't really remember, but I'm not even going to go into that. I don't care about their beef at all. At the end of the day, like, it is what it is. You broke up. Like, that's the thing about my breakup. We never even used to fight or argue. Like, that sucks. Anyway, I want to talk about her song. It's a song called Yikes. Go look up Yikes. I'm a huge Nicki Minaj fan from the mixtape days. Not maybe the first mixtape, but the one where she was like the superhero. Big fan. I remember telling my friends, like, hey, y'all really need to listen to this. Like, for real, Nicki Minaj, this new rapper, she going in. And Drake had already hit the scene and stuff like that and was dropping his stuff. But, I was on both of them. But Nicki was doing her thing. I rode with her. Like, the first album, I remember getting the first album, listening to it. I bought, I think 2 copies, actually. One for me and one for my ex at the time. I bought 2 because one had, a T-shirt or something like that in it. And I wanted her to get the T-shirt. Something like that. I don't know. And that might have even been the second one. Anyway, both of them albums was hard. I loved both of them albums. I remember telling her, hey, you're going to be surprised. I remember from the first song, I was like, you're going to be surprised at how she spit. All the way up until to even the latest album. I thought she was cool. I wasn't really feeling the beats like that, but I always rolled with her through all the drama, all the everything. I was tied in with her, even with Lil Kim and all that. And I loved Lil Kim back in the day too. Man, her album covers and the stuff she used to talk about on them albums will get you through the night. I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm trying to figure out why I keep on being scratchy. I'm gonna just take it off again. But it's just that I'm listening to the headphones so I can hear everything. Anyway, but we gotta talk about this song. I rode with Nicki. I listened to this song. Maybe I need to listen to it again. It's called Yikes. First listen, I was literally like, this ain't it. It was some bars on it. This the one where she mentioned the whole Rosa Parks thing, and she says something like, you know, I don't even remember the bar. I don't really want to mess it up. But basically she mentioned Rosa Parks and said something like, y'all hoes sitting down, you know, you need to get up or something like that. Something like that. I mean, it's whatever. It's clever it's a bar. She's just rapping. Whatever. I don't take stuff like that, you know, take too much offense to, you know, like bars, because I know the extent. Like I said, I was listening to my mixtape and I had bidnars on there, like mad crazy. No Life Shack. You got to listen to some of the stuff I was spitting back when I was 22. I'm 38 now. But I had it going on. Anyway, the song was lightweight weak. And my brother was like, yeah. But then he was like, but I listened to it again. It's not as bad as, you know, like you really think it is. So I'm going to check it out again. But, you know, definitely not, you know, the best that I've heard from her. I'm still on her corner, but I'm like, hey, we need, and this maybe just been like a one-off song, just want to release something. He said it was because, you know, Meek said something about she's just doing it for the likes. So she just dropped a song called Yikes. It rhymes, whatever. I get it. Boom. So that's pretty much that. Oh yeah, I dropped the book. Novella Noir is out now. You can get it on Kindle and paperback as well on Amazon. So hook that up. $4.99. Like, if you never read nothing, this is a short read. It's only 65 pages on a Kindle. So just flip through it real quick. It's basically a story that my ex had actually started off. I finished, you know what I'm saying? She not rocking with me no more. It is what it is. But I love the story enough for me to finish it. So I went on ahead and finished the rest of the story. It's a great story about a woman it's about three people. It's about three people who are in love, or maybe they're not in love, but that's why you got to read it so you can figure it out. See what happened with these three people or whatever. But $4.99 on Kindle, that ain't nothing. You could do that just to support. You don't even got to read it. You can do that just for support. So far, I got a few downloads. You know, I hit up some personal people like, hey, I dropped the book. They're like, I love your reading. I mean, I love your writing. So of course I got you. Like, and this is real. Like, this is people who have already, you know, came to me and said, whenever you really drop something, I got you. And then it's only $7.07 for the paperback. Get it for the collector's edition, because one day I'm gonna be out here. I hit up Lena Waithe like, hey, we doing a movie in 5 years. She didn't say nothing back, but she liked the picture. She liked everything, but she liked the pictures. That means she's seen it. Somebody's seen it. She didn't even probably read it, but she's seen it. And that's who I would want to work with, to be honest. That's, you know, like, I would love to work with like Lena Waithe. And I've mentioned this on other podcasts. People I would want to work with, do my stories, turn them into something, is Donald Glover, 100%. Donald Glover, because he'll put that spin on it. Lena Waithe, because she will put that realness to it. Will Packer, because he'll put that comedy to it. Issa Rae, because I think she could do all three of those, the weirdness, the realness, and the spin on it. Not to take away from nobody else. I just think, you know, Issa Rae would look at it from a different angle. You know what I'm saying? And actually, when I say that, Donald Glover could probably do all of it too. All of them could do all of it. That's why I want to do it. Well, you know what I'm saying? So I would really love for this to be made anyway. But anyway, this has been Quick Rants. I'm done quick rant because I'm getting some messages on my phone, some responses, you know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff. And yeah, And man, have y'all seen Tabria Majors? I don't even know where the camera is. Oh my God. See, you're gonna have to get on the YouTube video to look at this picture. Good Lord. Anyway, I'm up out of here. I'm probably going to go see Birds of Prey in a minute, so I might even hit y'all with 2 of these because I might have to talk. Oh, no, it ain't going to be 2. I might just do the Dippin' Sauce podcast after this. But anyway, it's your boy. I'm done. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. And like I said, if y'all really want to talk, hit me up. I know y'all listening. I can see y'all listening. I see the demographics. You clicked on it. Hit me up. IDLAMAR, ID Lamar on Instagram. I've got Facebook, everything, Twitter. Twitter is at Art Creeps. If you're comfortable with that, go ahead. I'll give you my phone number. It's all you got to do is go to the Instagram and click it, and it's going to come to my phone number. Text me. Let me know what's good. Let me know what you like about the show, what you don't like about the show. Tell me I need to shut up. Tell me I need to speak more. Tell me you like having 3 episodes. Tell me you wish I was go back to 1. It don't even matter. Just holla at your boy because I can see you out there. And if my ex ever listen to this, I love you. Peace.